Hi everyone. So today we had a strong gap up followed by a nice up move, but this rally ultimately fizzled down and Nifty ended up closing this gap that it created in the morning, right? And in this process, it had broken above both the levels on the upside that we have been tracking. So this was what we thought would be X, right? So this could be three wave because after this we had this move on the downside, so which we made it look like a three wave corrective structure. So we broke above this and we also took out the previous high, right? So both these levels are now gone. So what about this now? Where does this leave us now? If this is not an X, then what is this up move? If we go to daily, it may look like 1 2 3 4 5, but it doesn't qualify to be a motive wave. The reason being, if you measure the size of all these moves, right, this is 1, then this would be your 3, and then from here this would be your 5, right? So as you can see, third, this is 1 2 3 4 5. Third is the shortest here, which is 402 points. 1 is 509 points and 5 is 492. So basically this is not exactly a motive structure so far. However, it could always be extension happening, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 or 13, right? So that is still a possibility on the bullish side. Let me go back to daily so we can try to understand this from a higher time frame perspective. So now going back to the original picture that we have been following, this is our low from where impulse started, and we have been tracking it as this was wave 1 or A because it has clear 5 wave impulse and then followed by a 3 wave down, so which could be 2 or B, and right now we are in 3 or C, right? Within 3 or C we have so far seen wave 1 because this is a very clean impulse structure. Now we discuss these two alternatives, that this red one and the blue one. So this red alternative is, this is 1 and then this is 3 wave W, then another 3 X, and then we were expecting another 3 Y, right? So this was our W, this was X, and this was broken today, and then this would have been Y if it fell down. So now it looks like this is where Y could have ended. So basically this is like W, X and Y, right? And that would mean that we have started wave 3 on the upside by breaking above this high, though we have closed down below this high. So that is the first, that this will first alternative, that this is 1, this is 2, this 2, basically this WXY is 2, and then we are starting 3 on the upside. Second alternative, which again is a bullish alternative, is that this is 1 as we as in the previous alternative, and this WXY, this minor WXY 3 leg ended here, and from here we have already started wave 3. So which means this is 1, then 2 will be here in that case, and then from here this is impulse 1 and this is WXY 3 wave down, and from there, so we are already in 3 of 3, right? So that is another possibility, and this 3 is subdividing into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 or 13 or whatever it takes, right? So these are the bullish alternatives. Here on this, even in this daily time frame, the bigger picture hasn't really changed so far. So we are still expecting that wave 3 or C has either started unfolding already or will unfold eventually, right? So now, since we have these two bullish alternatives, right now, given that we have taken out this high, this previous swing high, when does this bullish alternative gets invalidated? What if this again ends up being a corrective move? Because as we saw, if this end up being this just 5 wave, these are not really a motive 5 wave structure. It could be WX, YX, Z, because 3 is the smallest here. Now, if that is the case, then what we need to watch for? What do we need to look for? So if that is the case, if it is a bullish structure, if we are assuming this is going to be a bullish kind of move, then we need to see a retracement of this complete rise that has happened so far. Let me go to hourly. Okay, so now we can see the 61.8% retracement of this rise is at 24,795, so 24,800 roughly, right? So that is, let me also 24,800. So that's a level we need to watch out on a closing basis, on a daily closing basis. So if the price closes below 24,800 on a daily time frame, then that might mean that this whole thing was still corrective, and there might be some downside pending before 3C on the upside starts, right? And as long as the price stays above it, there might be a break intraday below this, but as long as there is no daily close below this, chances are that this should keep extending on the upside, and eventually, wave 3C, we should see it unfolding in a much clearer way, right? So right now, I guess this is the level 24,800 that is important, and we need to watch out for, and break or staying above this will help us understand or making a bias towards whether we should be bullish or we should be bearish from these levels. So that's all for this video. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.